Hi guys, welcome to a segment I have where we'll just be talking about the astrology over the course of the next few weeks, and we'll pull some cards also just to kind of clarify the energies. As of yesterday, Mars, the planet of war and strategy, the masculine, has moved into the sign of sensual, earthy, profit-oriented Taurus. As of the 16th, Venus, the planet of love, enters cardinal emotional sign Cancer. Mercury, the planet of communication, on the 17th follows also. As of the 20th, we have the summer solstice. It's officially summer, and the sun progresses into the sign of cardinal emotion Cancer. As of the 21st, there's a full moon in Capricorn, and we get a really good start into the summer. There's a few things to think about here with this astrology. As we've had this new moon in the sign of Gemini, and now Mars, the planet of strategy, of war, is now progressing into the sign of Taurus, there's gonna feel almost as if there is a need for everyone to be discussing things that may even feel personal to you. Like, all of a sudden your business is everybody else's business, and this is very much, you know, that hive thinking. It's a collective thinking, only hyper exaggerated during this period of time. This is also one of those times where you might even find yourself to be hyper focused on profit, sales, trades, money. Where is it coming from? Like, what is the business? What is the plan? What is the, you know, what is the thing to do to generate money? As you find Venus is moving into Cancer, there is going to feel almost as if there is a emotional beginning, almost like this wave of emotion where you may have felt as if it was sat quite still for the longest time, and now you're having this new emotional urge, or this new emotional drive to see where it is that you can better nurture your emotional world. As Mercury goes into the sign of Cancer, here you have love and communication both in this sign of cardinal feeling. It's almost as if, like, you're putting your feelings first. You are operating from a place where, does this feel good? And as you move into this energy of Mercury in Cancer, it's almost like you are talking from a much more emotive point of view. As the sun enters Cancer also, and it's a summer solstice, self-worth, I think a lot of you will find that how you view yourself, the regard that you hold yourself to, who you are, what you say you want to do, how you emotionally identify with yourself, and how you are beginning to feel within the sphere of the rest of this world. It's almost as if you will really best benefit if you are to take on any feelings of patterns that have been repetitive in your life up until now, and use this period to see what you can do to, with emotional intelligence. I'm not going to take any of these. With emotional intelligence, see where it is that you can start by taking the emotional steps that you know you need to in order to overcome anything that is really tied quite heavily to your heartstrings. It's almost as if, like, now is the time for some real healing, and you can allow yourself. There's a lot of scattered jumpy card energy going on. This is wild. It's saying, get yourself together. In for a bumpy ride. Cardinal emotion. It is very much like that, isn't it? It's almost like you're having to... Okay, I'm going to take these ones because they did turn upwards. Bottom of the deck is enlightenment. Alright. Let's see what we have. Empath. impatience, trickery, despondence, and prayer. We've seen this card a lot over the course of me using this deck, so I think it's inevitable, and it goes without saying that a lot of you are being asked to indulge in disconnecting from the rest of the world and reconnecting and aligning with prayer and connecting to source and something higher than us in order to really put more magic and potency into our manifestations. There is, okay, another message here. If you don't like that you can't see the cards, I've just pulled them and shown them to you. There's a lot of people with a lot of opinions that I really don't care for. So instead of opening your mouth and being a keyboard warrior, open your wallet instead and make a donation for all of the equipment that you'd like to see me using. Thanks. Anyway, where were we? Self-worth. There is definitely a opportunity here for one to reflect on how you have been speaking to yourself, viewing yourself, valuing yourself, and where that has in fact led you, and what it is that you know now that you have begun to appreciate more about yourself, and where it is that you know now that there is more that you need to do in order to honor your child, inner child, and what it is that you can do in order to really see how it best serves you to put yourself back on the throne. There may have been blockages in your life, and recently you may have felt blocked, and you may have felt as if you couldn't progress forward and there was no way to go and it just wasn't working. I think sometimes when there are real significant blocks, it's almost worth rejigging the perspective and seeing it almost as if there may have been some form of a blessing or protection in these blocks for you not to be able to progress forward exactly as you may have wanted to. I think the reason for this needing to take time is almost like be patient. It's about the journey, not so much the destination. I think sometimes with impatience, it's almost like you need to recalibrate exactly where your focus is and what still needs to be done, and to better manage time, because there's always something that you can be doing. There's no need to be impatient because there is always something that can be improved. And I feel like it's almost like be okay with yourself and allow yourself some time to just take a step back and appreciate how far you've come. Prayer. I think some of you are praying to leave the big city and move to the countryside or move to a place of peace. I think you really have to see what you can do to make some lemonade out of any lemons that life may have thrown at you. And this might even be part of the lesson at the moment. Making the best of a bad situation. Trickery here. I think there is almost an element of you really needing to be careful of other people's intentions around you. And instead of becoming despondent, it's almost as if like respond to the cues. If there is something you don't like, change it. If there is something that you want, go get it. Where is it that you have allowed blockages to set into your heart where it's not something that you need to do right now at all? If anything, it's like move, find motion, find peace. Take the steps. Take all the necessary steps that you need to take in order to make sure that you're moving in the right direction, and don't stop making those movements. And sometimes, even if that means that you are stopped, you are still. Use that time wisely and appreciate it, and understand that without rest, there is no progress. So accumulate your energy and rest. And then when you are given the opportunity to move forward, progress, and progress with style, and progress with grace, and do. Okay, this is entirely a journey of enlightenment, and respect every moment, every trial, every tribulation, and every success. Celebrate all of it. Have a wonderful week. These astrological transits are shifting a lot in a lot of people's lives, and so be precious about this time in particular. because it is transitory, as is Gemini season, and it is a gateway portal from one to the next. Book a reading with me, rubyreadstarot.com. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment and let me know how you're doing. All donations to the channel are so greatly appreciated. Find out where to do so in the description box. Take care.